Alright guys, so today we're doing a rabbit stew. Rabbit is one of my favourite meats of all time to eat. It's a fantastic meat. It holds a lot of flavour, it's very lean and it's very tasty. It's pretty similar to chicken. The only difference is you've got to braise it down like in a stew, and that's what we're doing today. Ready? Let's get into it. Alright guys, so the ingredients we've got today, we've got 5 small carrots, we've got 3 ribs of celery, we've got some flat leaf parsley here, we've got some crushed garlic, we've got some grass-fed ghee, which is like a clarified butter. We've got some ground cumin seeds. We've got some dried oregano. We've got some ground paprika. We've got 1 large brown onion. We've got some chicken bone broth. We've got 1 tin of diced tomatoes. We've got some arrowroot powder. And we've got 1 rabbit. I've got the butcher to cut it up into little pieces so it's easier to cook and braise down and it doesn't take so long. The meat's already cut up thanks to my butcher, so we're just going to prep our veggies first before we start cooking. So we want to keep our carrots and our onion and celery separate. So onion and celery in one container and the carrots in the other container, because we're not going to add the carrots until about 20 minutes until we're ready. Because if we add the carrots too soon, it's just going to go mushy and overcook. Alright, so with the onion, we just want to roughly chop it. It doesn't have to be any sort of size. Just rough chop that onion, same with the celery. Any size you want. The bigger the better. Into the container. Alright, so with the carrots, all you want to do is you want to take the ends off. No, we don't need to peel these carrots, we just want to cut them into slices like that. So not too thin, you want them a little bit big. Just like that. No need to peel the skin off, doesn't matter. You can peel the skin off if you want, but it doesn't really make a difference. So you want them all around that size, into the container. Righto, let's get on to cooking our rabbit. Alright, so we just want to start with a teaspoon of ghee in there. Mix it around. And we're going to add our rabbit in. I've got this on medium heat. I just want to brown this rabbit off. Get it nice and brown, and we're going to take it out. We're going to cook our veggies, and then we'll add it back. So this is going to take about 5 minutes to brown on all sides. When it's brown on all sides, and then we're going to take it off. Right, so while that's browning off, we want to give it a nice season of salt and cracked pepper. Give it a generous seasoning. I'm going to get all that flavour into that rabbit. Alright, so when it's all browned off, we're going to take it out. I've wiped my bowl out. You don't really have to because we're going to add it back in. We're going to cook it in the sauce anyway, but I did. Alright, we've taken the rabbit out. Alright, so we've taken the rabbit out. We'll put that to the side for a couple of minutes while we get on to cooking our veggies. Alright, so don't worry about wiping it out. Keep all that nice rabbit flavour in there. It's going to go into our veggies. So we're going to do 1 more teaspoon of the ghee. Mix it around. Get all that rabbit juice in with that ghee. It's all flavour in the bottom of that pan. And we just want to add our onion and our celery that we cut up. Stir that in. We're going to cook this off for a couple of minutes. So after about 2 minutes, our onions and celery are starting to soften a little bit. So we're just going to add 1 tablespoon of crushed garlic. Stir that in. Let it cook off a little bit, 40 seconds. Then we're going to add our rabbit back to the pan. All those juices that were in there, put them in as well. Give it a good stir around. Get all that nice garlic flavour into that rabbit. Right, so now we just want to add half a teaspoon of the ground cumin. And we want to add 1 teaspoon each of the ground paprika. And the dried oregano. Stir that in. The smell and the flavour coming off of this pan right now from that rabbit, the garlic, the herbs, the onion, the celery, bloody amazing already. And I haven't even put the liquid in yet. So we want to add the tin of tomatoes now. And we want to add 250ml of chicken bone broth. You can use vegetable stock if you like, it's up to you. Alright, so I'll pop the lid on, turn it down low, and I'll see you back here in an hour and a half. We'll check if it's tender enough. It might need another half an hour, I'm not sure yet, but we'll see where we go. Alright guys, so that's been cooking for an hour and a half now. Take the lid off, I've turned it up to medium heat. We're going to throw our carrots in now. We're going to cook these for 20 minutes. And we've got a few more things to chuck in and we're just about ready to plate up. Alright guys, so I've taken the rabbit out to cool down a little bit. I'm going to tear it off the bones. I'm going to put the meat back into the sauce. The carrots are just about done, so I've turned the heat down to low. Then we've got a couple of ingredients to add and we're ready to plate up. Alright, so I've chopped the parsley up, just roughly chopped. It doesn't have to be fine. So the rabbit, just want to rip it up. Make sure there's no bones in there. It's very tender. So you just want to take all the meat off the bones like that. Just make sure there's no bones in there. Alright guys, all the bones are off now. I'm going to put that back into the sauce. I'm going to put the parsley in. I'm going to put some baby spinach in. Alright guys, so like I said before, the sauce is thickened up nicely, so I don't have to add that arrowroot, so that's really good. So now I just want to add 140 grams of baby spinach. We're going to add some more to the bottom of the plate. We'll just start with this. We're going to throw on that parsley that I chopped up, and lastly throw on our rabbit that we've taken off the bone. We're going to stir this in, wilt that spinach down, and then we're just about done. Alright, so we're going to stir this in and wilt that spinach down. As soon as that spinach is wilted down, that rabbit will be heated through again, and then we're ready to plate up. Alright, that spinach is wilted down now, so I'll turn the heat off and we'll get on to plating up. Alright guys, so to plate up, we just want to put a little bit more fresh baby spinach because I like that little bit of a crunch, and that hot sauce is going to wilt it down anyway. So get it nice in the middle of the plate like that. And then get your rabbit stew, put it all over the top. And the last few things that I like to do, this is completely optional, I like to put a few walnuts over the top. Just gives it that nice crunch. And just finish it off with some fresh parmesan or some powder parmesan like I got here. And there we are guys, that is my rabbit stew. Give that one a go. And there we are guys, that's my beautiful hearty rabbit stew. Give that one a go. Remember, don't cook the same stuff all the time. Switch it up, cook different. Come cook with me, come cook fun. Let's make Australia cook again. Let's make Australia. Thanks for watching guys, I really appreciate it. Remember, if you like my videos, don't forget to like and subscribe down the bottom. I really appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time, thank you.